Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Chelsea. You know that, I know that, and I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And I have a lot of opinions about Super Dad Official, also known as Jeromy Wilson, or Jeromy, if you will.
Welcome to the party.
If you need a little refresh and you didn't watch our deep dive or our follow-up video on Jeromy Wilson, Super Dad Official, let me give you a little recap. So Jeromy Wilson is a many-time charged, but two-time convicted registered sex offender. Those are facts. Another fact is that the second offense that landed him on the registry again was having sex with a 13-year-old girl when he was 25 years old. That is also a fact. The kind that is true. Now, he might try to cry about that and say, you're missing context. No, I'm not. That's what it is. That's what happened. So he has a daughter that is autistic and disabled and developmentally challenged, so to speak. And he has, unfortunately, legal and sole custody of her. And in my opinion, he exploits the hell out of his daughter by making content on his YouTube channel. I don't know if he's on Instagram, but his YouTube channel and many TikTok accounts since he's been banned multiple times. Did you know that it's against TikTok's terms and service agreement for sex offenders to have accounts? It is. That hasn't stopped him though. Well, it has, and then he just keeps making more accounts. But he has continued to make content featuring her where she is the star, the main attraction, so to speak. And in my opinion, yes, it is exploiting his daughter. He's a very litigious human in general.
I am very litigious. Absolutely, I am.
Does not have a lawyer, represents himself in court, pro se, thinks that he, in my opinion, is the smartest person in the room when it's pretty clear to me that he's just using ChatGPT and is not quite intelligent whatsoever. Now, Jeromy had quite an interesting response to my video about him.
Welcome to the party. Another YouTube creator wanted to make a video about me. Did you make the video because you want to take me out or something like that? You could have just asked me, but instead you want to make a video trying to vilify me yet again. But guess what? I'm still standing. I'm going to be standing regardless.
This motherfucker got 40 parakeets behind him. Such a great and professional content creator you are, with your 40 squawking birds in the background and your microwave going off with the sad TV dinner you're probably going to eat. I can appreciate the opportunities that TikTok has created for people, but dear God, not everyone should make content. Also, didn't want to take you out, Buster. Not my type. I prefer not to be involved with or associate with, be in relationships with pedophiles. Not my type. Sorry, bud. I prefer people who can actually get TSA pre-check. You cannot. Also, one thing that we've talked about a lot on my channel is how many times some people like this will get upset when you are just talking about the thing that they did, the thing that it is proven that they did. And then they'll try to say that you are ruining their life, or you are trying to vilify them, or you are trying to take them down. No, no, no. I'm just talking about the thing that you did. So don't be mad about me talking about the thing you did. Be mad at yourself for doing the thing that you did. Okay, pumpkin? Okay.
I'm going to be standing regardless. My daughter comes first.
Your daughter comes first. Wonderful. Then stop going back and forth with people. No one wants that. Don't put your daughter on the internet. There you go. Super easy. You don't need to advocate for your daughter on social media. You can advocate for her in, I don't even know, by doing something else, okay? By doing charity work, by working with foundations, by raising money, not by whatever you're doing because it's clearly not working.
And I don't need a social media platform. I don't need attention. I don't strive for attention. But since you want to get yourself involved because you want attention, you're going to be involved one way or another. So spreading false information is not protected when you say, oh, well, this is my opinion. No.
Look at his smug ass face. He really thinks he did something. Who's spreading false information? You are a many time charged, two-time convicted sex offender registrant. When you were 25 years old, you had sex with a 13-year-old. Those are facts. That's not my opinion. Those are facts. It is my opinion that you're disgusting. You're gross. It is my opinion that Axe body spray hates to see you coming.
It doesn't work like that, darling. That's not how the law works. So just because you say that's just my opinion 15 million times in a video does not mean that it's covered under free speech.
This man's an idiot. Stating something as an opinion that is an opinion and making sure that I'm not framing it as a fact and using protective language is very important when it comes to commentary content, especially my content. And I am absolutely an advocate for the First Amendment. I'm also an advocate for people knowing what they can and cannot say, as I have been subjected to people literally accusing me of crimes. CCSUAREZ's alleged crimes to date. And then listing a bunch of random that all of it's false. And then just saying, oh, well, it's all just my opinion. And not being able to back up any of it because it's all false. So I get it as someone who does this full time. He clearly doesn't get it, and I would love to hear what he thinks is false information, but I doubt he's going to show that, because anything I said in my video that I was saying, I am of the opinion of, I believe that this was alleged to me. I'm not stating this is a fact. Yes, of course I'm going to phrase things that way because I'm a goddamn professional, contrary to popular belief.
Secondly, you are making another GoFundMe for somebody who used the other GoFundMe for not what he wanted, what he said he was going to use it to at the beginning. And then he's claiming as fact that he knows, might want to take that out of the video. Oh, wait, too late. I already have it. Brandon is claiming as fact that I'm the reason he lost his job. How does he know that? I don't even know where he worked. Prove it. He claims all this shit, but he has no receipts to back it up. And you wonder why I'm litigious? Because you guys want to sit here and open your fucking mouths on the internet and try and spread false information.
It's really crazy that I don't think that he understands, one, anything, but two, the Streisand effect. The more and more and more he tries to silence people, the more and more attention it's going to get. And the more people are going to look at this, especially locally, and realize like, oh, why is this guy, who's he going up against? Well, what did this guy say? And then, oh, is this true? And then more people are going to learn that you had sex with a 13-year-old girl when you were 25 and that you're a 2-time registered sex offender. So how about just shut up? You know, like, how about just that? Like, prove that you've changed. Prove that you're not a creep, that you're not attempting to entice freshly 18-year-olds on Snapchat saying that you want to have sex with them when they literally look like they're 16. She's real cute, but like, I wasn't making that face as like, ew. I was making that like, she's gross. She's a beautiful little girl, freshly 18. Still, sure, not illegal. Still fucking gross, you creep.
Creating a narrative yet again. And then you want to start another GoFundMe because his bitch ass can't find a fucking job. And then you want to tell me to get one? Go get a fucking life and go get a fucking job.
That's funny. So yes, I created a GoFundMe for Brandon because the one that he previously had got taken down for using Jeremy's likeness. Now, I didn't see it, so I couldn't see like what picture he was using or anything like that. So sure, if it had like a picture of Jeromy on it, that's not the way to go. But I made one for Brandon and made it to where all the funds go to him. He's the benefactor. I see nothing, right? I love that GoFundMe lets you do that. And that GoFundMe is now up to $3,000, which is wonderful. And guess what? That's going to help with Brandon's legal fees, but then also kind of help, close that gap from while he was unemployed. And yes, he has been able to get a new job. I wonder why. Probably because he doesn't have the sex offender registry coming up on his background check. Unlike this guy. Like, you get a job, bud. Oh, wait, you can't because you're a sex offender. You nasty. Now let's get into the reason why I'm really making this video. Now, you would think that someone who was convicted when they were 25 because they had sex with a 13-year-old and their story about it and their narrative that they are seemingly constantly trying to push is that the girl lied about her age and all that, right? You would think that someone like that would be really, really careful and maybe not even like talk to anybody online, right? Or maybe like check IDs, or maybe like just like not try to flirt with or come on to girls who are like under 25 or maybe look like they're 16 and just have no communication with them. Like, that would be the smart thing to do. Actually, also, not being online would be the smart thing to do for any responsible human like that. Then again, that's not what we're dealing with here. Yikes. So I received DMs on TikTok saying that, hey, this super dad Jeromy Wilson guy is all up on my Snapchat being really creepy. If you are in your 30s, even your 20s, you should not be on Snapchat. What you doing? What you doing on there? Snapchat is for pedophiles, which, hey, and children. So yet another red flag right there. Now, this young lady, I'm not going to show a picture of her to obviously protect her, but I did look at her TikTok. She looks like she's 16. She looks very, very young. She did say that she's 18, but she continued to message me when I asked what was happening. And she said, he's saying that he wants to be my sugar daddy and give me a good Valentine's Day and pay me for sex. And she said, I'm 18, legal, but still really creepy considering he's on the registry and has a daughter. Also, this girl is freshly 18. And she said, I engaged with him initially, but got a weird vibe and looked him up and I was shocked. And she saw my video on him. And she said, I said no. And he said, what if we happen to bump into each other? I live in the city next to Omaha and it really freaked me out. Nebraska is small. And now this girl is on Fansly and I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear people being like, oh, well, if they're a sex worker, like blah, blah, blah. Being someone who does SW on the internet or just digitally and like not in person or just at all, that doesn't mean come on to them. It doesn't mean they want to do that with you. That's not what that means. So now that we got that out of the way. So he messaged her, this is a screenshot, and it said, I don't think so, but it's your opinion that matters when it comes to that. LOL. And she had posted on her story, and the caption on the story says, who else loves Fansly? And it's her booty in these little shorts, right? And that was on her story, not directly to him. Okay. And he did a crying, laughing reaction to it. And she said, what? And he said, nice view. What do you mean? I'm assuming you're not interested. LOL. And she said, you laughed. And he said, because I thought it's a crazy question. Who wouldn't like Fansly from that view? LOL, you could have a hell of a V-Day, that Valentine's Day. And she said, oh, LOL. But don't worry, it gets worse because we have a video. Does this man have one jacket? Does he have one jacket? I feel like he has just one jacket. So after she says, oh, LOL, she says, Fansly is a website, which I'm sure he probably knew. But we have these messages here and it says, and these are screenshots from a screen recording that not a screen recording, a video of the phone that she sent me. He responded to her story and it said, let's go. And she did like a little tongue out face. And he said, I mean, you are the decision maker. If you want to have some fun, let's do it. I'm probably too dominant for you. You're talking to an 18-year-old. And she said, I don't have sex for money. And he said, who said it would be for money? Where did I ever say that? LOL. If you're not interested, that's cool. I never meant any disrespect. And she said, oh, okay. And then he sent this.
Not everybody's meant for everybody, but I mean, if you are open to it, cool. Let me know.
Weird. You just finding random people to hook up with on Snapchat. Like, what does that even mean too? Like, not everyone's meant for everybody. Buddy, pick up on the cues. Do you think that she's interested from these? She's literally sending you an emoji saying that she doesn't have sex for money and then saying, oh, okay. Or, oh, LOL. And like, that's it. And then the last thing says, are you Noah's dad? I don't know why that's so funny to me. It just seems like something a kid would ask you, which yes, like 18, you are 18, you are a kid, like legally an adult. Sure. Age of consent. All right. Your frontal lobe is not developed yet. However, this man's creepy. When you have been accused of being a creep, when you have been charged and convicted for sex crimes against children, and you're trying to get away from that, why would you continue to solicit from or flirt with or pursue individuals who look like they're 16? That's gross. That's disgusting. So anyways, I'm sure he's going to love this one. If you have had any interactions with this man like this, feel free to tell me about him. As always, this is not a call to action to go harass someone, to go bombard them. His comment section is typically off, but don't be doing that, please. That does not make me look good. And don't harass, don't defame, nothing like that. Let's stick to facts and yes, opinions, of course, but things that are actually considered opinions. For instance, I'm of the opinion that this guy's gross and I bet he smells like vinegar. I'm of that opinion. I think he looks like he smells bad. And I think he should get off the internet. Those are opinions. You know, it's a fact, though, that when he was 25, he had sex with a 13-year-old. That there is a fact, the kind that is true. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, it was gross. Sorry. But if you are subscribed, please know that your butt looks good. If you are not subscribed, please know that you're dead to me. And you probably smell like vinegar too. But if you don't want to smell like vinegar, all you have to do is subscribe and then your butt will look good and you will smell very expensive. Yeah, you'll smell like Baccarat Rouge. Okay? Stay spicy, feral, all those things. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.